First one, Nicotinamide Mononucleotide, NMN. This is one of my favorite supplements, you guys, and it's infuriating and really cool at the same time. So NMN.
My name is Jason Schuster. I'm a doctor of physical therapy. I own Intricate Spine and Body Solutions. It's a continuing education company teaching other doctors how to do a couple things.
So let's talk about the supplements that I take. There's a bazillion supplements out there. I have tried to keep mine relatively minimal for a couple of reasons. Number one, it can get really, really expensive if you take a ton of supplements. And I've tried to include supplements that work synergistically with natural treatments to improve your health, like dry needling, exercise, eating well, joint manipulation, right? All of these are natural substances that are either in the food that we eat or already in our body. And the deficiency of these substances causes massive, widespread problems throughout the entire body. And the vast majority of people are deficient in these things, or they don't know about them. Remember, in the nutrition class, we'll go over all this stuff in depth as far as each of the supplements and exactly how we think they're working and all this stuff. But this is just a really quick rundown just for the intro class for what I take. I've got the information in here, you guys, for where to get them, how much I take. I'm not telling you guys what you should take, but I'm just telling you what I should take, right? So every individual person is going to be different, and this is why the genetic and epigenetic testing and the blood testing, genome testing, epigenome testing is so important, because we have the ability in 2024 to know exactly what our individual body is made up of, and then we can work from there with educated hypotheses about what we need to do to improve our individual health. Remember, the RDA is a estimate taking basically everybody within 20 or 30 years of your age, and in whether you're a male or female, and just averaging that out. So that is a huge average, right? So what we want to do is specifically figure out what we got going on and then do stuff specifically for us. But this is what I take. This is from the most up-to-date literature that I've found. I take this stuff. I feel way better when I do. I've tried not taking it. I don't feel as good when I don't take it, right? So I definitely notice a difference, and I'll tell you guys a couple of cool stories from some of my past students that have started taking some of these things and had some amazing improvements. Right? We'll also go over where to get these vitamins, right? So most vitamin companies, I think, are mostly selling expensive pee, right? You need to know that they're being third-party tested and that the third parties are legitimate companies. So I've done my own personal research on these companies. There's a lot of supplement brands out there that are good, and there's a lot that are bad, right? So if you're going to use a supplement brand, I would just recommend that you do your own background research and make sure that make sure what you're buying is actually what they're telling you you're buying. I've included the company names, you guys. If you click on the link of the website, or if you click on the name of the supplement at the top, you'll get the link of the website to where I get them from. And then I've also included the Thorne Pro program. So I just found out about this a couple months, you guys. So as a doctor of physical therapy or as any other medical practitioner, Thorne will give you a pro program. It's like the things that I get with my professional fly fishing license, is I get pro deals on some clothing companies and stuff like that. It's the same. Thorne does the same thing for medical practitioners, right? So if you sign up with Thorne on their website for their medical practitioner program, you'll get 50% off their vitamins, and you can give some of your discount to patients, I believe. So that's a great resource. So I have that link on the website up there. First one, Nicotinamide Mononucleotide, NMN. This is one of my favorite supplements, you guys, and it's infuriating and really cool at the same time. So NMN, again, remember, we'll go over this stuff in depth in our nutrition class. This is just a very brief rundown. So NMN, Nicotinamide Mononucleotide, is the first molecular precursor to NAD+, which is what happens inside of our mitochondria, the citric acid cycle or the Krebs cycle. Remember, NAD+ gets converted to NADH. When that happens, the NAD+ spits off an electron. That's what gives the NADH, right? And then our body uses electrons from that conversion from NAD+ to NADH, and it uses it to create ATP. So if we don't have enough NAD+ in our cells, we can't make enough ATPs, and we go into energy deficiency. One of the things that researchers like David Sinclair at Harvard have looked into very heavily is what happens to cells in general as we age, and how can we combat that, right? So one of the things that people like David Sinclair has found is that at about my age, I'm 41, at about the age of 40, your NAD plus levels inside your cells start to go downhill until you die, right? Less NAD plus, less ATP, less energy, the less your body and brain are gonna be resistant to disease, and the worse they're gonna fight them off, right? So the more energy you have, the more resistant to disease you are, and the better you fight things off. So NMN is just a B vitamin derivative. It's in every cell of the body. Cyanide works on NAD+, so cyanide, basically instant death, blocks your NAD+ pathways in your cell. NMN does the exact opposite, so I figure the opposite of instant death is good. They've done really, really cool mice studies on this stuff, you guys. Mice live longer when they take NMN. They have decreased inflammation. They have improved cellular homeostasis. It's a totally safe supplement as far as I've been able to find in the literature, right? So one thing to remember is a lot of the time when they dose animals in the testing, they give animals a far higher dose than they're willing to give humans, right? So they haven't found any lethal level that's anywhere close to the, I don't know if they've found a lethal level at all. Again, it's a B vitamin derivative. It's a first molecular precursor to NAD+. You take NMN within a couple of weeks, it's been shown that our NAD+ levels go up in the cells, which gives our cells more energy. It's a great, great supplement. One real quick story about this one. I had this awesome athletic trainer in my class down in Florida, and it was the first person that I thought had an allergy in one of my classes. I've been teaching dry needling for about 6 years. I've been dry needling my entire medical career, 10 years now. So I've never had a patient with an actual allergy to the metal of the needle, although it's possible. This girl started getting bright white hives, not where the needles were, but elsewhere on the body. So I asked her, I said, "What is that something that you relatively commonly experience?" And she said, "Yeah, anytime I get stressed, when I was in grad school and I was going to take a test, I would break out in these hives my whole life," right? So she was still in school at the time, and she asked me, she said, "Man, I don't have very much money, but what supplement would you recommend that I take?" And I told her I would try the NMN. She called me 3 weeks later. She said, "You're not going to believe it, but my rashes have stopped happening." Right? So again, this is a very, very simple, clear sign that if your body does not have the base elements it needs, or if it doesn't have enough energy to do all the stuff that it needs to do, something is going to happen, right? So this is exactly the hives that this young 20-year-old girl was getting is exactly the same reason that a lot of people get Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson's. It's just that individual's unique way of expressing that their body is in chronic sympathetic hyperactivity and that they have a problem, right? So all of these supplements improve homeostasis, give your body more energy, decrease inflammation, and just help your cells function better.